Hello, welcome back to Chat About It. Don't shout about it with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. Today we're talking about The Acolyte. Now, my next review of The Acolyte will be out next Monday. But I thought that we would take a look at some interviews, some TikToks, and some scores. Let's get into it. Okay, so Leslie Headland was asked about review bombing. Now, this was quite a leading question in my eyes. Anyway, let's just put it like that. So the interviewer suggests that there is some review bombing going on, and it isn't actually indicative of what fans are actually thinking. And Headland said this: "Oh yes, everybody knows what review bombing is like. Truly, when the show first came out, my publicist was like, okay, with the review, I was like, does anybody take that seriously anymore? Perhaps the average. I understand the point of it, which is that the average viewer would look at the site and say, oh, the user review is really low. But I think that if you're in the Star Wars fandom, I think you already know what review bombing is. So I guess if you're totally new to the fandom and you're considering watching the show, it could affect you. But I also think that my work in the past has been very word of mouth anyway. So I don't know if it I think that because behind the scenes, we all know what it is. It's not that it's not concerning, but I think it's pretty expected, I would say. So she expected the review bombing, apparently. I don't know if she did. I know that certain videos that I release could very well have the potential to get ratioed because of the subject matter, but I tend to just take that in my stride because I've said my bit. Bearing in mind, she has in the past actually talked about the High Republic Jedi to George Lucas prequel trilogy Jedi. The Acolyte is set during the High Republic era of the Star Wars franchise, taking place roughly 100 years before the events of The Phantom Menace, directed by George Lucas. However, the show's depiction of the Jedi Order has faced criticism from fans online, which, of course, is to be expected because you've taken a show and you've essentially undone a lot of the lore with this particular show. Headland added that she wanted to explore the Jedi in the context of the High Republic era, who were different from those appearing in the films overseen by Lucas, mainly the prequels in the original trilogy. However, Headland admitted that she understood fans, especially those who don't know the High Republic, might feel like she is criticizing the Jedi as they exist in Lucas's world. Nonetheless, since the series takes place several years before, several? Is it? That's more than several, right? Okay. Anyway, Headland felt such an exploration was warranted. Well, fans, what do you think as the paying customer? Is it warranted or is it not? Now, please do remember, if you like The Acolyte, that is absolutely okay to do so. So there was some thing going on apparently with Rotten Tomatoes, and apparently the average audience score was not actually showing anymore, but I still found it here, so it's still there. So I don't know what's going on with that. So maybe some people have no score. But anyway, at the moment, unless they've frozen it, it is still currently scoring 14%. By the way, I haven't got the reviews here on the screen, but go and take a look at the reviews after the release of the last episode. I recommend that you do so. I've linked it all below anyway. All of my sources are linked below like normal. There are a lot of 1 star, half-star comments after the following episode. So many, more than what I've seen already. So on June 9th, which is actually today as I'm recording, Star Wars is currently scoring 5th on the Flix Patrol website with 233 million, and that's minutes viewed. So according to the Samba TV, the week of June 17th to June 23rd, it scored in 6th place. And the Nielsen figures, which work slightly different to Samba TV figures, this is the first week that it would have been released with the debut episode. It didn't even score. It's not there. It's got Your Honor, Bluey, Grey's Anatomy, Hitman, Eric, Heartland, Sweet Tooth, NCIS, Bridgerton and Young Sheldon. I just also want to point out, though, that the most diverse shows, The Acolyte and House of Dragon, look at the difference here. House of Dragon season 2 in at number 1, yet has one of the most diverse casts in entertainment history as of this current moment in time. And The Acolyte scores in at number 6. What does that tell you? Let's have a look at some reviews. Please do be aware that one of the reviews contains the review of the AI George Lucas, and we take that very seriously.
Just finished watching episode 6 of The Acolyte, or tease the episode, because the entire episode is just teasing the answer to the question that the whole show is based around. What happened 16 years ago? Why are these Jedi being killed? Why is May out for revenge? This whole episode keeps teasing that it's going to tell us, and then it keeps not telling us, and it keeps teasing new angles of why they're going to, when they're going to tell, what they're going to tell us, and then it doesn't tell us. The big question surrounding the show is, why is there a Sith threat in this show that the Jedi Council didn't know about in episode 1? And you're watching this episode, Soul's calling it, hey, we got a problem over here. We got guys got killed. Forgets the word Sith. Like we're dragging this out. An episode literally just people sitting around talking without being able to say much because they're avoiding saying everything that actually matters. So continue to be frustrated by this show.
So were you frustrated by the last episode? There's one guy that was so frustrated, I guess you could say. He wrote a rap about it.
Star Wars fans always have an appetite for lightsaber fights, so it was actually nice to get that one big one in the Acolyte. What episode was that? I think that was 5, but damn, just after this, what do we have in 6? They look so damn alike, they're making pass for assist. Man, I just had to hear the show's going back to like she had all the time to undress her sis. Get on board that shit without soul sensing it. Meanwhile, Osha's getting closer to him when not certain if she'll have to the Sith. Ooh, we're supposed to be scared that she'll switch to the dark side. Only thing good about the show was the bad guy. Meanwhile, who on earth is that guy? Star Wars fan.
Meanwhile, who on earth is that guy? Don't know. He just randomly appeared. All right, it's time to ask George Lucas AI what he thinks.
Hi, I'm George Lucas. We're watching Star Wars Acne, episode 6, and I'm here with my cameraman, Anakin Skywalker. Now, which sister is this one? Is this the annoying one or the boring one? The correct answer is that they're both annoying and boring. Is water really that important right now? I'm sure many people who are kidnapped and are trying to escape, the first thing they think of is there any good water around here? Hey, dummy, the door's right there. Get going. You know what? Fast forward. I don't know how many years I have left in me, but I'm sure not wasting an extra second on this god-awful show. Hey, dummy, the girl is right there on the beach. You know what? I think this is symbolic how Disney is not paying attention to the real Star Wars fans.
No way.
It's like poetry. It rhymes. Wait a second. You mean to tell me that the bad sister was kidnapped, taken to another planet, she fell asleep, she woke up, she walked around the beach, but just now this Jedi's taken off from the Wookiee planet? Oh, God, none of this is making sense.
Breathe, Master.
So there you have it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Remember, it is okay to like The Acolyte, and it's okay to not like The Acolyte. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Woke Wednesday. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.